And we're back to learn Gimp in year day 73. Let me show you the cage transform tool. We'll start yet again with a rectangle. And it's a little bit hidden. So in the default state, you won't find it in the toolbox as far as I know. Instead, go to Tools, Transform Tools, and there it is, or use the short key Shift-G. It's not one of my favorite tools, but it's actually easy to use. Or at least it's easy to see what it does. You simply create a cage. It doesn't have to be 4 anchor points. You can make as many as you want. But for this rectangle, I'm going to create 4. And once you've got it closed, so it's kind of like a path, then you switch to the cage deformation. You can see that on the left, we have these 2 options. And once this cage is closed, it switches automatically to deformation. But you can go back to creating if you want to readjust your cage. Let me start fresh with the rectangle once more. I press Ctrl Z here, and I was too far. I go to Edit, Redo, Bucket Fill, and I have to go to Select None once more. Now Tools, Transform Tools, Cage Transform. I create my cage, I close it, and now I deform it. And you can see it's a good idea to create this transformation on top of the old shape so that it overblends it. Because as far as I know, it doesn't give you the shape on a different layer than the original. So always create your shapes if you want to use that tool at all on top of the existing shape, in our case the rectangle, so that it overblends and you don't have that in the background. And these are the basics of the cage tool in Gimp. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.